Thank you, thank you. How you guys doing? Great? Awesome. Nice to see you again. I'm Tyler Johnson, the host of Live with Ty, Boston's up-and-coming talk show sensation that highlights some of the greater Boston area's biggest stars. How's everyone doing tonight? Good? Yeah? I know midterms just finished. What a relief, am I right? You know, I could tell when it was midterm season, the final push before spring break, earlier this week when I saw a child in BU's library. True story, and no, I don't mean a freshman. I mean an actual child, a full-on toddler. Now, I'm not sure if these tests are so brutal that someone had no choice but to bring their kid to the library, or if that was just one smart-ass baby. Jokes aside, I do feel bad for everyone studying because, as you know, I'm a senior. Who cares anymore? The type of assignment I'd usually get this time of year is something like, take a photo and write about something meaningful to you. Which in my case means I just snap a pic of ChatGPT on my screen because, well, it's my savior. Actually, that reminds me. Did you guys see the internet in a frenzy over Adrian Brody winning an Oscar after using ChatGPT to refine his accent for The Brutalist? Wild stuff. You know, personally, I'd love to see an AI-generated acceptance speech. Just 2 minutes of perfectly optimized gratitude sprinkled with audience-tested emotional beats, and a closing joke that somehow references Meryl Streep, Bitcoin, and Elon Musk. All the things everyone really cares about. Fun fact, that last part was written by AI. You can tell because it wasn't funny. You know, there's a group of students across the trials I don't expect to use ChatGPT. Harvard students. Ever walk into their campus? First off, I'm jealous they even have one. But also, it just has this vibe. Maybe it's the smell of old money or pretentious teenagers, or both, but I still can't quite put my finger on it. Every time I step onto Harvard's campus, I feel like I get knocked back down to level 1. While I was there, I heard about students jetting off to tropical islands for spring break. Impressive? Sure. But Harvard impressive? I wasn't convinced. I figured I was missing a key detail because, let's be real, even I could swing a tropical getaway with enough saving. Then came the kicker. They flew private. But it turns out they didn't just take a private jet. They left campus by helicopter, which took them to the jet, which then whisked them off to paradise. And that's when it clicked. Ah, that's Harvard. Maybe that's why every time I step onto campus, I feel it. That overwhelming sense of power, like I too could live that life. You know, if I had Harvard money and influence, I know exactly what the first thing I would do would be. Pay off my tuition, of course, but after that, I treat myself to a Starbucks coffee. Because now, as a member of the upper class, I can finally afford a $9 latte. Sorry, brokies, premium caffeine isn't for everyone. Jokes aside, despite how rich and powerful their parents may be, some Harvard students are actually pretty down to earth. When we interviewed a few for this episode, we noticed a trend among them. It doesn't matter how much they actually enjoy their time at Harvard. They hate MIT with a passion. They could spend the entire interview complaining about their own school, but the second you mention Cambridge's other top university, they instantly rally behind the Crimson. From there, the insults start flying. MIT students don't shower, they're too nerdy. No social life, no sports, they go all in. And it's not just current students. Even Harvard graduates, people with real jobs who have left college behind, still refuse to mess with MIT. Some even had kind words from other schools. A lot of them told us MIT's best quality is that at least it's not BU or Northeastern. And while that doesn't make me feel exactly great, BC isn't even mentioned. Harvard students are some of the smartest students on earth, and they still don't know how a school in Newton has Boston in its name. Another thing we did while in Cambridge was ask students which major after school would win a beauty pageant. The answers varied. Some said humanities, some said nursing, business, and of course, not STEM. Kidding? We love our STEM peeps. You guys are gonna be making all the money that us comm majors won't be. But it got me thinking, who would win at BU? I know my pick, comm majors, easy. I mean, an automatic win because of me, obviously. But then give us comm majors something. Like I said, STEM in question will be racking in the big bucks. Pre-med's gonna be saving lives. Humanities will be shaping the minds of future generations. And comm? We'll be making short films with the budget of a pack of ramen noodles and interviewing strangers on the street to promote our 50 subscriber YouTube channel. So at least call us the most attractive, come on. Comm majors have a lot of potential. Without us, you wouldn't be watching this right now. Instead, you'd be doom scrolling on TikTok for extra 20 minutes, which, let's be real, would bring your daily total up to about 5 hours and 20 minutes. What a difference. But seriously, we do appreciate your views because you help keep Live with Ty producing its amazing content. That said, we want to make one thing clear. We are not from Cambridge. As much as we appreciate the greater Boston area, this is the Boston Talk Show. And we would never, wait, what? Our guest is from Cambridge? Oh, shoot. I guess we have to show love to Boston's annoying little brother, who's way too smart for his own good. That's fine, though. We've recently been introduced to some pretty cool parts of Cambridge. There's MIT, Harvard, Lesley, another school, college again, and, well, many more schools. Okay, so basically just a lot of colleges. But you guys have more than that, right? No? All jokes aside, we do love Cambridge, and we can't wait to introduce our next guest, who so far might be the first person to actually compete with my handsome looks on this show. She recently won a pageant to become Miss Cambridge, so please check in on me after this episode. If I get mocked too hard, I might not recover. And with that, I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, because we have a great one for you tonight. Up next, Miss Cambridge herself, Khailah Griffin, is joining us in the studio for a night of riveting questions, lots of smiles, plenty of fun, and of course, many, many laughs. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with our guest. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Live with Ty. Better please.
We all know him pretty well.
And you guys are so excited. I was thinking,
Live with Ty starts now.
Please welcome to the Live with Ty stage the wonderful winner of the Miss Cambridge pageant, Khailah Griffin.
Hi.
Khailah, thanks so much for joining us here on the show. So track, medicine, and beauty pageants, that's kind of an unusual combo. You don't really see that every day. Can you speak a little bit more on that?
It all started when my parents were both, no, I'm kidding. I love track and field. I was an athlete here, and very early on I took a leadership role as captain. But I wasn't the only captain. We had co-captains, but I was one of the youngest. And from there I just kind of decided, you know, I really love leadership. I love people. And it really helped me develop a lot of skills that bleed into medicine and pageantry. So as you know, as a student athlete, it's very difficult at some times, but it also gives you plenty of opportunity to do so much. So I'm very grateful for Northeastern and the experiences that I had there, but I also had a passion and a career drive for medicine. So currently I am a cardiology researcher at Mass General.
Okay.
That in itself is a whole different
so
spiel.
are you saying when my heart skips a beat, you're the first person I should call, or what?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, not yet.
I have people you can contact for sure.
You can refer me.
I'll refer you,
I feel like that's what's most important. So when it comes, like, you were an athlete at Northeastern, so you're the first, I guess, alumni Husky on the show, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But what got you here is you winning Miss Cambridge.
Yeah.
And you also won Worcester. So which came first?
So I did Worcester first last year. It was my first time doing pageants ever. And I got introduced to it by a friend at a photo shoot, and she was like, you should do pageants. I said, heck no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But then she actually explained to me what it was about, the sisterhood, the scholarships, and just the allure of opportunities that we have. And I was like very intrigued after that. And I just one day decided to do it. So I took my best friend's prom dress and I took myself to the pageant, and
now you're wearing a satchel. I mean,
now
it's
we have
great.
a sash, yeah.
So when you have your first idea of what it means to be in a beauty pageant to what it actually is, and that's a big part of your life now.
Yeah.
How does your thoughts back then differ to your thoughts now?
In a very big way.
How?
So back then, I'm just gonna say it. It was a very stereotypical, like, you know, okay, like they're dressing up and
getting all glammed up,
the little waves and you know the cattiness, but it's not like that at all. I mean, I do the Miss America organization, so I will speak for them and say it is just an incredible place where you meet a lot of incredible women. And a lot of these women have a lot going on. As you heard earlier, I had track and field, I was a D1 athlete, I'm doing medicine, and that is just not uncommon. You meet women who are just trailblazers, and like I said earlier, you get scholarship money. So the higher up you go, the more money we're making. Exactly.
Money moves, I like that.
As a student athlete, you know, like it's all about scholarships and getting yourself to the next level.
If you could have combined beauty pageant with NIL, oh my gosh. You would have been
I didn't
massive.
get to do NIL.
Yeah, you
I was
did
at the
it.
very tail, like they announced it like my last year, and it's
Dude,
over
well,
for me.
don't worry me either. No, don't worry me either.
Okay,
you know, I also want to talk about you were super involved when you were in college. You started a thing called unorthodox medicine. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so Unorthodox is a nonprofit I started, and it's an online global platform for non-traditional pre-medical students. So I'm non-traditional in a lot of ways. I wasn't going to go to med school like straight out the bat. I wanted to do research. I wanted to do pageants. I wanted to travel the world. I wanted to do so much. But it gets difficult the further away you are outside of college to have the mentorship you need, the guidance. And some people just don't have the opportunity when they want to do medicine. So they're fishing and they're looking, and maybe they didn't have a straight path in college, or maybe it just didn't work out for them. Maybe they're a mom, or maybe they're a career changer. And I wanted a place for people to just say, here are the resources, here are the mentorship people that I can go to, here are the scholarship funds, let's make it happen. Because we need diversity in medicine, in not just race and gender, but background, thought, age, economics, everything. So that's what Unorthodox is, and I'm hoping one day when I'm a physician to really catapult it to something special, even more special than it is now.
It's beautiful what you've been able to do, and the fact that you did it in college is actually kind of crazy. It is insane. But given, I guess, the emphasis in this venture on diversity from backgrounds, you lived in 10 different countries. 10.
I traveled to.
You traveled to. Okay.
But I've only lived outside the U.S. once, but I did live all over the country growing up.
Did that help to shape or influence kind of this venture that you started?
Absolutely. I mean, when you grow up and you grow up in this state, that state, then you go overseas and you just meet so many different people, and you just get exposed to a different aspect of life that I feel you don't get when you're just kind of like in your own bubble. And that really inspired me and motivated me to do so much of the work I do today in every facet of my life.
Well, one of the things that, again, that I'm hearing is that even a person like myself, who probably, when it comes to medicine, couldn't be worse. Like, if you see my face in the surgery room, like, you know, start planning your funeral.
Oh, no.
Using your program, though, is there a chance that maybe I could even venture into the medical field?
Absolutely. That's
really?
The whole goal. The goal
That's
is
beautiful.
For the most unconventional, non-traditional person who's like, I want to do this. I'm going to take this seriously. I've got what it takes. We can make it happen.
What's almost the criteria to, I guess, get a lot of these awards and recognition?
Yeah, I think, and this is going to sound really cheesy, but being your most authentic self. I think people really gravitate towards someone who is authentic and kind and likes to talk to others and listen to what others have to say. And when you're yourself, you find the path and the things that you want to do. So for me, it formulated in these buckets, but it could be something different for other people. And when you love what you're doing and you're passionate and you're being yourself, you will get the awards. You will find the success you're looking for. I mean, look at you and everyone else in this room today. Like, this is what you're passionate about, and it's become this incredible thing. So I think that helped me a lot in winning Miss Cambridge and hopefully Miss Massachusetts.
Yeah, I saw you up for running for that.
We're running in June, so
we'll
see what happens.
Well, you know, we'll be rooting for you.
Thank you.
So, given, I guess, your public figure, we're going to play a game. It's called Clout Confessions.
Oh,
we did a deep dive into your Instagram, and we're going to pull up some photos, and you're going to have to give us the context behind it.
Okay.
That sound good?
Oh,
I mean, I can tell you're a little nervous.
If
I
nervous.
was in the hot
first
seat,
time I'm nervous for today. No. Okay.
If I was in the hot seat there, I would also be a little bit nervous, but, you know, as you should be.
All right, let's do it.
We'll leave it at that.
Let's do it.
We'll leave it at that. Okay, first one. Okay. So wait. Let me guess. Like,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, I mean, I can't even guess. I mean, I don't think this is in the U.S., so I might be wrong about that. But please explain what's going on and what's with the pose, man, with the stick.
The stick, yes, everyone.
Pull up with a stick. Come on.
Pull up with the stick.
Hey.
Let it hit. Okay, so this is in the U.S. This is in Virginia, where I'm from.
Okay.
And this is Old Rag Mountain, and that's one of my best friends. Her name's Khailah. She was actually one of the people who inspired me to do Miss Cambridge and pageants in general. So love her.
Was she
Shout
the
out
friend at the
Khailah.
photo shoot or no?
She was not, but she was the friend that was like, you better do this.
You have to do this.
Exactly.
Show me the money. I like
exactly.
it.
Show
you
me
need
the
people
money.
like that.
Exactly. But this is when we were in high school. I think it was my senior year. We thought we were cool. I'm on top of the world. Let me grab a stick and look like we've just done the Mount Everest when it wasn't even all that. But it was a gorgeous day, and this was definitely me cloud chasing in high school. I just thought if I post this picture, everyone's gonna be like, she went to Old Rag Mountain, she went to the top.
Like, if your senior year self could look at it, okay, we're actually gonna be debriefing this picture, later. I feel like, you know, they'd be kind of proud and be like, that was a good decision.
Maybe I'd put a shirt on and like turn around.
Yeah,
and not trying to be so cool.
Yeah, not be so ominous, but you know.
Exactly.
So that's the first picture.
Love it.
Let's take a crack at the second one. Okay,
Aww.
This one's cute, more wholesome. Again, someone's with their arm raised again.
Yep.
This is definitely in the U.S.
Yes, definitely.
Beautiful scene. I'm going to say somewhere in, like, probably Virginia again.
No,
Okay, tell
we're
me.
on the New England coast here.
Really?
So we were in Newport, and these are some of my best friends as well. And they were my college best friends, both also track and field
Huskies
alum.
as well?
Huskies.
Oh my gosh.
Huskies are dominating.
Dude, we're in
the
enemy
building today.
territory right now.
We are dominating you
crazy.
today. But no, we were just having a fun day together. This is honestly one of my favorite pictures. It's so wholesome. We just decided to get in our car and have a beach day, and it was one of the best days of my summer.
I love that. I mean,
yeah, it was
looking at the
gorgeous.
weather outside today, if we could have a day like that, oh my gosh.
Please.
My depression cured.
I can't wait.
Cured.
My skin will, look, you think now, that, oh my gosh, in the summer.
In the summer?
Oh.
Oh,
The
okay.
skin glows.
Well, we'll definitely have to stay in touch then. We want to see that. Okay.
Absolutely.
Next one. Okay.
Oh,
Whoa! Major
no,
throwback.
no.
You are matching. You're matching
I am
there.
matching.
But,
I love yellow.
There's definitely a lot going on here. I'm not
Too
even going to
much.
attempt to debrief it. You know, help me out.
Oh my gosh. Again, high school. You guys are digging up really
Dude, we have to. That's
the
our
archives
job here.
here. I got to go fix my Instagram. I was in Haiti, actually, with my family. And again, I thought it was so cool. There was a life-size butterfly. You know, I have my bikini, tankini. I don't even know what's going on, but
I
thought
haven't
it
seen
was
that
this,
design before, actually. It's like
yeah,
has the cross sign right here.
Yeah, I don't
you
know. I thought it was cool. And I love the color still. So she's cool for that. I
Yeah,
like
she
that
is
color.
cool.
But yeah, I just was like, let's give model, let's give serious. And I thought I was the stuff back then. And you know, that's a confidence you just got to have.
You have to, because the one
to be
thing that I can even sense from you, it's like even back then, you were preparing for the life that you're going to have, you know? And if I had to look at that picture and
yeah.
speak like, okay, like she's going to be a beauty pageant winner, I'd be like, yeah, it's going to be her.
Oh my
It's giving
gosh.
spotlight. So this is
I love
well
it.
done.
I love
this
it.
Is well
Shout
done.
out mom and dad.
Yeah,
they gave
shout
me a
out
lot of
mom and dad.
confidence. Yeah.
Dude, that's the most important angle from where it comes from. So you also said that getting into pageantry was kind of easy. So you applied, and the next thing you know, you kind of won something.
So like I said, last year was my first time. I actually did the Miss Cambridge competition last year as my first one.
Okay.
I got first runner-up. And then 6 days later, they were like, there is a competition for Miss Worcester. You've got it. Like, just go and just show up. But now you know what to do. When I say I showed up and I didn't know the rules, I didn't even know, you know, you have to do an interview beforehand. You have to prepare.
This?
Not like this.
Not
this
as
is
fun,
this
right?
is cool. Yeah, this is no, I'm kidding.
Come on.
I love this place. No, but there was so much I didn't know, and so you know, for anyone who's interested in pageantry, sign up. You know, reach out to me. It is a very welcoming community. If you want to do it, you can do it. For me, you know, I got first runner-up. I decided to do it again 6 days later. I won, and then that's what happened. And then recently, you know, you do it for a year, and then if you want to do it again, I was like, I'm coming back for Miss Cambridge. It's what I want, and this time I won. So
and you got it, man.
we got
Oh
it.
my
So
goodness.
it wasn't as easy as it looks. You know, you still have to put in a lot of work and preparation, but if you want to do it, you absolutely can.
Going back, let's say, to the academia side and medicine,
Yeah.
you being a beauty pageant winner, you said that you wanted to bring the glitz and glamour to medicine.
Yeah.
So are we talking like maybe designer scrubs or something like that? I mean, I feel like that'd be cool.
You know what? You said it first.
Okay.
I love that idea. I have actually never thought about that. I don't know if there's a company out there that does it, but you're onto something. We're
Okay,
gonna have
dude.
to talk after.
On Live with Ty first.
On Live with Ty.
Yeah.
Yep, you heard it here first. Yeah.
Are there, let's say, doctor icons or people in the medicine industry from a fashion perspective that you also look up to?
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of doctors at my own hospital that I love. You know, you see this on TV sometimes, and the hospitals are not like TV at all.
Yeah.
But there are some doctors that just walk in a room and you feel safe, and you also feel like, wow,
They got it.
they got it. Men, women, both, but you know, especially the women I look up to. You know, when I think about like female empowerment and where we're going in the world, and just 50, 60, 70 years ago, like women and people of color weren't even doctors, and now we have these phenomenal people that are in these spaces, dressed to the nines. I love the power suits. Some of the doctors walk in with the power suits.
They're just balling.
I try to embody that, and then they're just like, what can I do for you today? Let's get it going. So
love that.
that's something I definitely look up to.
When it comes to, let's say, Miss Massachusetts, could there be, let's say, if, or would not even say if, scratch that, when that goes amazing, because I know you're
Thank
bringing
you.
it home.
Thank
What
you.
would be next? Is that like, would you go on to maybe compete for Miss America?
Yeah, so when you win a state title, so for me, if I were to win Miss Massachusetts, I would then go to Miss America, and
Just like that?
it's the state, and then
Wow.
you go to Miss America. So at the end of this year, I could be at Miss America, and obviously that would be an incredible opportunity. And you know, the next steps with that is just representing our state very well, getting involved with the community. All of us have community service initiatives, and mine is the Purple Blueprint, and it's about creating solutions for unhoused Americans.
Okay.
So I would work closely with state officials, local officials, organizations, try to get the word out there about my community project, and, you know, just trying to make our state better in the ways that I can, and bringing the glitz and glamour to the beauty and brains kind of aspect of it, being an inspiration for young women and girls and men, whoever, that they can do anything they put their minds to. So that would be next, representing the great Commonwealth.
I mean, that would be awesome.
Okay.
So when you win Miss America, you come back here and we celebrate.
I'm coming back. You've heard it here first. I will be coming right back here.
Okay.
You guys will be the first people on my list.
Okay, perfect. Khailah, thank you so much for taking the time to be here on the show.
course.
It's been a pleasure.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh,
a
you
true
guys are
pleasure
great.
speaking with you. This past weekend, we took the Khailah streets in Cambridge, also known as enemy territory for my BU peeps, to ask the most pressing questions known to man. Stay tuned.
CS is crazy. CS is crazy. Are you CS? Bro, they do not take a shower. I would say Ryan Reynolds. He's play a lot, right? You're on nostalgia? Yeah. That's insane.
Hi, I'm Tyler Johnson.
And I'm Colby Johnston.
And this is Live with Ty.
We're heading into enemy territory, and we're asking people unfiltered questions, all the real, none of the fake stuff.
But it's cold, so we're gonna do it now.
Yep, let's get into it.
Who is your celebrity lookalike? Chocolate. You guys have time to be this?
A lot of people tell me I look like Rachel from Glee. I don't know what her real name is though.
Oh, is it Jennifer Aniston?
I've been told I look like Brittany Snow or the Olsen sisters.
I would say Ryan Reynolds. In your phone right now, who's the most famous content you guys have?
I have Kurtwood Smith from the 70s show.
I swear I had like Ice Spice, but it was a body count.
Okay. I feel that. Everyone loves Ice Spice, for sure.
My friend for all Instagram, so she follows me.
The state attorney of Florida.
If your school had a beauty pageant, which major do you
I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I say
Business, maybe.
For sure. Yeah. Business students, yeah, they're pretty good looking.
Latin American studies.
Yeah. What do you big on that? When you think about the beauties, you really think about pre-med. You know, that's where they're at.
What's like the worst thing you do to pay off your tuition?
Probably like rob a bank.
I would say something crazy, but my parents are rich.
Meat finder. Maybe sell a kidney, yeah.
Yeah.
You go to Harvard, what's the most pretentious story you've heard?
Like people flying in on private jets to go to classes.
I've heard of a lot of people that take their like private jets over the weekend.
We've heard that a lot, yeah. It's like, who's more annoying? Harvard or MIT?
I don't know.
MIT.
Yeah, MIT.
Why MIT?
They just like seem like bots.
I'd say MIT. Remember the kids in our hotel? They were just like, finally bro, they do not take a shower.
Hope you guys enjoyed that segment. We'll see you guys in a little bit.
Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, all that crazy stuff coming. It's cold. I'm running.
It's really cold. I need to jump in boiling water right now. Thank you guys. Bye.
Hopefully, I never have to do that again. Now it's time for everyone's favorite segment, Midweek Madness with Colby and Layla. Take it away.
Welcome to Midweek Madness. I'm Esme Danielson.
I'm Colby Johnston. This week, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky met with President Trump and VP J.D. Vance in what ended up being the closest thing we'll get all year to an Avengers movie. Seriously, I mean, they were going at it. Zelensky was throwing shots at Trump more impressive than Grammy winner Kendrick Lamar this year. Like when he said, "You're raising your voice, but not the logic of your argument. Get mustard on the beat ASAP."
The U.S. is heading into a full-blown trade war, and it's starting to feel like the silly band trade wars of the 2000s all over again. My shape and color are better than yours, so I don't want yours, but maybe if you give me two, I'll give you this one. In the end, silly bands got banned from schools. How do we get Trump banned from making decisions?
BU Today reported this week on former Boston ballet dancer Isaac Akiva, who is transitioning to a new career path by pursuing an MBA at Questrom. Good for him. Now, instead of mastering the intricacies of a fine art, he'll be mastering the art of dodging that Marlboro car. Better stay on your tippy toes, Isaac. A nationwide 24-hour economic blackout on February 28th aimed to pressure corporations and policymakers by urging people not to spend money at big businesses. Breaking news. Local businesses still got ignored, while Amazon carts mysteriously filled up at 12:01 a.m.
Markel Washington, a TikTok dancer and friend of Charli D'Amelio, filmed chaos at a cheerleading expo after a loud bang sent people fleeing. Yet, mid-panic, some stopped to say hi. So, you thought there was an active shooter and tore down barricades to escape, but a micro-influencer shows up and suddenly it's a meet and greet? Joe Highsmith won the PGA Tour title at the Cognizant Classic this weekend after barely making the cut for the tour. Which reminds me, Colby, doesn't BU have a golf team?
I think so, yeah.
Wonder how those guys are doing. I'll have to join the fan club on Facebook. I heard it's up to 12 members.
Maybe 13. This Sunday marked the 97th Academy Awards. I know, 97 is a lot of Oscar ceremonies. Almost as many as Robert De Niro will have birthdays before he stops having children.
BU Student Health Services launched a new card game this week called Pillow Talk, designed to make conversations about sex more fun and less uncomfortable. They even suggest students bring it home over break. Because nothing says relaxing holiday like Uncle Earl handing me a card and asking about my sex life.
On Wednesday, BU's Cass student government posted a video where a dead mouse was found in the slot tray of a Cass vending machine. Sources say the rat wasn't removed earlier because it costed 8 convenience points and wasn't included in the meal plan. Now back to the Oscars, guys. It was really cool to see some of Hollywood's biggest stars in attendance to accept some of their awards. Timothée Chalamet, who starred in A Complete Unknown, Adrien Brody, who starred in The Brutalist, Demi Moore, who starred in The Substance, and the rest of the audience, who will be starring in the upcoming Epstein list.
At Trump's conference with Zelensky, there was a surprise appearance from Looney Tunes' very own Porky Pig. Oh wait, my mistake, that was just JD Vance. Actually, social media has taken Vance's puffy presence to the next level, with people, I think, photoshopping his face to look even rounder. So, in honor of our local celebrity on this show and proud Trump supporter, we've created something similar.
That's great, yeah. After Sunday's Oscars, Adrien Brody caught heat for a record-breaking 5-minute, 36-second speech. But somehow, that was only his third most awkward Oscars moment, because in 2003, he planted an uninviting kiss on Halle Berry, and this year, she pulled an Uno reverse card on him. I wish someone doesn't come kiss me uninvited in the studio. That would suck.
BU basketball is on a roll, with both the men's and women's teams making the Patriot League championship tournament. Still, this is the best thing to happen in Boston with a Patriot in it since 2019.
The Trump administration has published ratings of federal buildings in Cambridge, Boston, and around the country that could be up for sale, calling them not core to government operations. Among the 9 listed for disposal in Massachusetts is the JFK Federal Building in downtown Boston. All I ask is if the CDS building can be a last-minute addition to this list, please.
BU Students for Justice in Palestine was placed on probation for violating the school's publicity policy, specifically for putting up too many flyers. Where did they really mess up, though? Thinking college students actually read flyers.
For Ramadan, BU is providing prayer spaces and special meals for Muslim students. If you're wondering where this is going, don't worry, it's not. I'm just hoping that if BU can honor this, they can also reserve a space for Tyler Johnston to fart off set, because he keeps breaking wind, and I can no longer concentrate.
Once again, this is Midweek Madness. I'm Esme Danielson.
And I'm Colby Johnston. Have a good one. Or if you want to have a bad one, have a bad one. We don't care.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Live with Ty. Please follow us on all socials to stay up to date with all of our new content. As always, I'm your host, Tyler Johnson.